Hello guys, welcome to my channel at Krisa ASMR. Let me know if you want to know what stands behind this name, what's the story behind it. So, today I chose kind of an interesting topic for us to discuss. I have some sort of things that I would like to discuss out loud in a community, in my community, and I have those topics for a while now, and I decided that my ASMR channel would be a really nice place to start sharing it to the world. So, one of the interesting topics that I'm thinking about a lot is the importance of self-expression. The importance of self-expression. So, I believe that everyone needs to express themselves, and that every person has its own way of self-expression. And so I have collected some topics on this theme. I've read some topics in the internet, as well as I talked about it with friends of mine. And I have a lot of friends who are artists, and I myself trying to be an artist and like grow into, so to say, professional artist. So I don't think that only people who are artists should be able to express themselves. I think that each and every person should understand the importance of self-expression. And for me, I express myself in different ways. I feel like I'm more of a visual person, and I really like to see nice things, to do nice things myself, or to, okay, like for example, I really like flowers. Like, look at these tulips, just look at them, how beautiful they are. I brought them from the shop and they were really like closed, and now they opened, and I just can't let it go to just look at them every moment. I love it. Here I have some alstroemeria as well, and also lilies, but they're closed and they're out of your sight, unfortunately. But you can just look at those tulips. They are just beautiful, amazing, and wonderful, and I love them. And I really love my house to be surrounded with fresh flowers. I really like to watch them open, and this for me feels like kind of a meditative thing, you know. So that's one thing about me. I have my laptop right here by me because I have a little bit of notes on it. Maybe I will read some of them for you, or maybe I can just, like keep myself inside of this theme together with those notes. And as I already said, I feel like every person should express itself, and that it's very healthy to do so. And one of the things that I read in one internet topic on mental health and like sports and a healthy diet with a physical health. So basically it's like, you are, for example, like all of us, okay, most of us are eating carbs, and we like to do so. But if we want exercise, and it's not only about carbs, like you need your muscles to be like in power, and you really it's really important for your health and for your good aging, right? And like the healthy diet as well, like what we eat is what our body is contains of. Like it's not like you are what you eat, but still, if I would only eat unhealthy carbs like processed food, it's not gonna bring me a lot of nice aging effect. Here it's the same thing. It's like we constantly eat the information from other people, from our surroundings, even objects, from the television or from the social settings, films, series, our work, everything. Every day we just like eat this information all the time, and the question is, where is this information going next? Like, are we allowing ourselves to process it and to make something out of it? It's like the same as when you overeat and you are not really exercise, or like you don't have this kind of lifestyle where you would move the right amount, physically moving the right amount that is compared to the diet that you have, like that it is all like in a synergy. So the same here. I think that while we are consuming all of this stuff that is happening to us every day, like some of you are going to a psychology sessions, or you go to some meetings, like you just communicate a lot, and even you are in the city and you see lots of architecture, or you live in the like land and you see lots of like trees and like all of that stuff, so when you collect it, and like all of this can be really used as an inspiration, and the question is, when you collect it, where it goes next? How do you use it? What is things that you remember out of it? Like, do you really process what you've seen, what you've heard, what you experienced, what you felt? So let me read something out loud for you from my notes here. So, self-expression is a tool that can help you showcase your true self, your story, your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Your true self is unlike anybody else's. Again, self-expression is a tool that can help you showcase your true self, your story, your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So the question is, what are the ways of self-expression? Like one of the way which is always with us, which is something that we can't ignore, which is something that we are always do, is dressing up. Dressing up is a way of self-expression. Like people are paying attention on how you look. Is your clothes, like it depends on the person, of course, how he judges you from your clothing. But for me personally, I really like for people to be unique and not to look, exactly the same as some trending stuff. I do admire fashion, actually, in a way of inspiration and like self-expression and uniqueness and like style. I really adore personal styles which are not connected to a trend setters, but which are just something that just give you an opportunity to stand out of the crowd, and I would love if everyone on the earth would be like this, to have their own unique style, like that I can see from behind the person and I can exactly tell who this is because that's their personal thing, because that's how they look like, So I was really thinking about people who are copying some celebrity styles, and again, I'm not talking about like getting inspired and just like get some trick from other style, which is completely normal. We are getting inspired from each other all the time, but when you are trying to look exactly like some celebrity or like this girl that you think is the best one in your school or university, college, whatever, work as well, is that true you? Like copying exactly how others look, and is that really true you? I don't believe this. Like, that's you trying to just get an identity of a different person. And why would you need that is quite a nice and important question. Because, in the end of the day, I don't think that you really want to be like a mirror for this person. Like, why would you want that? I'm sure that every person wants to be and embrace their own uniqueness. Every person who believes in itself and who really loves itself, which is very important as well. One of the most important things is to love yourself, to embrace yourself, to just be grateful to yourself for your better personality, for the way you look, for the way the features you have in your body. Just embrace it, give it place, and just being inspired by yourself is very important. So I already explained to you about flowers. Really like flowers. I have some other things where express myself. And okay, let's see. So I really like to do upcycling stuff. So I first of all, I'm really into secondhands. And from my childhood, because my grandma was into secondhand, my mom is into secondhand, so me too. And when you get the clothes from secondhand, it is mostly out of style, or it's not your style, right? Because if it's out of like current style, you can have your own style, which is completely different, but still you need to make clothes more modern, like to be on stylish in this timing. If the clothing is like 40 years old, it can work actually, but sometimes you can change it. And I have a kind of an eye on this, and I can see a piece of clothes and think, okay, I really like maybe some features inside this clothing, or ornament, or the color, or the material itself, but I don't like this kind of piece, and I can recreate it, like create an upcycle out of it. I'm really into it, but I would say I'm just in the beginning of my path. I started to go on the sewing courses, and I started to create something out of old things. For example, a couple of months ago I made a skirt out of a curtain, which was really amazing, and I really enjoyed it. The other things that I do, I also like to draw. I actually wanted to show you my drawing pad, but I don't think that I have it here. Maybe I will bring it later. I have not the one that I wanted to show, but I have other one. Maybe I can show you this. Drawing is a bit of a hard thing for me, because why? Because I feel like, like my grandmom, she was kind of a professional painter, and she was a painting teacher in school, and then she was also a personal teacher, like a private teacher for painting. And my mom, she was kind of she really thought that we are not as talented as my grandma. So she was always like, yeah, you can draw, but it's not like it's going to work. But I'm not drawing in order to become a famous painter. I'm drawing in order to express myself, in order to keep my mental health in place. So I struggle a bit, but I think I'm going in there, and I'm going to be better at it. Better, not like a better drawer, or painter, but better at like releasing myself and doing it without judgment. That's what I wanted to say. So drawing is very nice, and like I really like to just forget everything and just start to create some lines or something that I like, that my hands wants to do, like I just release myself into it. And what I think is that, like, throughout the day we see lots of things the city, you'll see a lot of architecture, you have meetings, you see some objects, you see the presentations of your colleagues and blah blah blah. And all these lines that you draw when you start drawing in the end of that day, that's all connected to what you just seen throughout the day. And this drawing, it shouldn't be beautiful, or you shouldn't be like waiting for yourself to become a painter. It's just your way of processing the things that you consumed throughout the day. And actually that's something that we are also doing on my dance classes. Dance is another thing where I express myself. I visit improvisational dance classes where you are the person who decides what movements you are making and how you're making them. Of course, we have a teacher who leads us, but the way of leading from my teacher is very abstract. So we are mostly just out there being ourselves, moving the way we want to move, giving our bodies an opportunity to release. So the drawing is included. And I have a notebook, which is, I don't think that I have a lot of drawings inside. Very nice notebook with a lilac color. Let me see. I don't have a lot of space in here. Okay. I'm not sure if I want to just like show you the whole pictures. So, this is basically what it looks like. Okay, let me show you. I also like to write down some words that are inside my head. At one of the lessons, I popped up a balloon, so I saved it and I put it in here. Sometimes I have a lot of words coming up, and it doesn't matter if it's English or Russian. I just write them down and try to just keep them here. I just have like 4 pages used in this, or 3 pages used in this notebook. But I have the other one, which is my like home notebook, that has more inside. I do years I write. When I was younger, I was writing like poetry about my broken heart, or about me not like about people who I don't understand, but mostly about my broken heart. And it was around 16. I was around 16 years old at that time, so it was really, I think it was really nice for me to do that, because I could leave my emotions and just, release them this way. And I still write sometimes poems, but it became much harder with years. I'm not sure why. However, I still write texts, and I still express myself in this matter. I even have a small blog where I have my friends, and I write there my thoughts, what I came to, like, not what I came to, but where I'm at, like where my thoughts brought me, what I would like to share with people, because I think that it's very important to share your thoughts with your community, because they can relate, and some people who doesn't have a lot of resources at the moment, they can relate to you, and they can find some grounds in what you're saying. So also talking about self-expression in writing and in drawing, as I just told you, I write words out of my head. Just they pop up and I write them down. Sometimes it's not only words, it's also phrases. So when was it? It was a year ago actually, that I wrote this post. I wrote it in Russian, of course, as my first language, and for the language of most of my friends. Not all of them, but most of them. And I translated it a bit, and I want to just explain to you what I was saying in there. So the name of this post is "My brain is asking me to stop." My brain is asking me to stop. Stop, 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 stop. This is the last words that I wrote in my notebook. How did I came to this? This is a very good question that I asked myself, and now I will explain it to you. I'm an adequate person for now, and I know that the tasks are ahead of me. Okay, let me just not just read it to you straight away, but explain also. So, okay, I'm an adequate person, and I know my goals, and I know in which direction I'm moving. But sometimes I have so many depths in all directions, all the projects, that I simply stop listening to myself, or rather listening to my inner voice. So how it manifests itself in me? I just can't spend time alone. And if my partner is with me, I overwhelm him with information, as I don't share it with myself. he creates a space where I can interact with myself, helps me with that. But in the end, it turns out that I replace communication with him with communication with myself. So basically, the only time when I speak to myself is when I'm with him, and I'm not interacting with him at that point, you know. And I want you to understand that I'm not in this state at the moment, but it was my state. It is my state sometimes. Sometimes I come to this. So, and I'm writing from that state at that moment. If no one is around, I'm either on my phone or my laptop, sometimes both at once, and like a TV series on my laptop, or a game, or an Instagram on my phone, etc. And then I'm writing how I started to get out of this state. So I'm saying that there are many different ways to get out of this if you're stuck. Of course, my environment helps, and like a lot of people around me. But the first step is to realize that you love yourself in all the expressions that you have, in all the states that you have, and even in this state you also love yourself, and give space to yourself, not to judge. So first, what I did, I created a sleep schedule for myself, and I tried to stick to it, to wake up a bit earlier in the morning, to go to sleep at the same time. I also managed to establish a good diet for myself, like not 100% healthy. I'm not a nerd or something. maybe a bit. And my partner helped me a lot as well on this path, so our diet is relatively healthy. And the other thing that I did is I created places in the house which are free from devices. I started with bedroom. We bought an alarm clock, and we are not taking any of the devices inside the bedroom. And I stopped looking at my phone 1 hour before I go to sleep, and in the morning when I wake up. And you should imagine how surprised I was when I discovered that if I don't use my phone in the evening and in the morning, my own thoughts are going around in my head, and I can do stuff for myself. That was amazing, and this is not something that I would recommend everyone to do. That's my way of that's what I was needed at that point. And the idea of why I'm explaining it to you is that this kind of self-expression, writing down your thoughts, or even drawing down your thoughts, is very important and can be a benefit for you to understand what your inner self needs right now. Yeah. Eventually, after this happened, after I wrote in my notebook that my brain asks me to stop, I started to realizing that I overwhelm myself a lot, that I need to be more, like I need to care more about myself, and I need to give myself time and space to do things that I need to do. And then I will receive resources and power to make changes that I really want to do. So I really believe that it's important to express yourself in any way that you like. Start with small and then grow out of it. I would really love to know the ways of self-expression that you like and that you do. That would be really nice to hear. So, thank you very much for being here with